Nautilus. And I took Ignite here just because even if I were to be ganked, because they are two tanky champions, I know that I would be able to take a 2v1 if my positioning and my kiting was correct. And Ignite would give me just that little bit more of kill potential, and if Nautilus was to teleport, I would at least be able to get one tower, if not more, depending on how well my team does. I will let them know once we get into the game that I have the Ignite advantage in lane, and that ganks are favored in the 2v2. But overall, I will also let them know that I will not have teleport to support them if they are teleported on, and to play around that. I'm running a 12-0-18 build with, let me actually, okay, I can't actually look it up right now, but I'm running a 12-0-18, getting 3% more damage as a melee champion. That is something that's not typically taken over Feast, but I took it here as Illaoi, just because I don't need the sustain in lane, as my Q's landing should be the sustain, all the sustain that I need. In addition to that, I got 18 getting Grasp of the Undying, so that I would be favored in trades in the laning phase. And so overall, I'm planning to play pretty aggressive. I'm going to go ahead and get a Corrupting Potion so that my early fights are stronger and that I am able to sustain myself in lane, both mana-wise and HP. Thorn Blade could have been taken as well, but I personally prefer to have the mana regen as well. In this laning phase, what I'm doing right now is making sure that I push myself up and start deploying my tentacles. This way, oh jeez. So Lee Sin getting caught there. No reason to be there. Kind of disappointing. Never should have happened, but it does, and I'm gonna have to be the one to suffer for it, which is unfortunate. But what I'm doing right now is just setting up a bunch of tentacles so that during the laning phase I have them to use. And I'm actually going to take my W level 1, and the reason for this is so that I can actually get these tentacles attacking. Getting Q seems like the most normal thing to do early game, but I don't think it's strong enough, just because it's only one spell and it could be used the last hit, but using my W applies pressure with both tentacles, which gives me 2 slaps instead of 1. And that's why I took my W. That's why I'm going to take my W level 1. Yeah, so he lost that trade pretty hard, and that's because he got a Thunderlord's Decree, which is a it's a very slow, it's a very, I mean, a bursty kind of thing to get, and that's why my Grasp of the Undying, in addition to Illaoi's kit just being more suited to be able to do those kind of engages, allows me to come out on top. So I'm actually going to get my E level 2, and the reason for this is that if I land the pull, which I do, I'm able to apply a lot of pressure with my minions as well. So I ended up actually taking a pretty bad trade there, but in the end I think it'll be okay. He's coming out to lane, he might try to go for a hook. Alright, this will allow me to heal up a bit. Just off of hitting this thing right there, and that'll actually let me spawn that, make him a vessel, which gives me a lot more pressure in lane. Oof, this is actually getting pretty scary. And we've traded to the point where I'm actually ahead on HP almost. Pretty exciting. Oh, that was a mistake, my friend. By me. So I'm just going to go ahead and push this wave out. It is a little bit greedy, just because the enemy jungler may show up. But in the end, it turns out to be okay. And there were a lot of close calls there. I'm missing a lot of CS, but I'm ahead of my top laner, so in general my 1v1 is still strong.
It is terrible to be satisfied.
I'm going to go ahead and buy a pink ward, so that if I am to be ganked, I'll have vision of it prior to it happening. And I would say that the laning phase is actually going really well, despite the mistakes I've made in my trades. I honestly didn't expect that much damage, and yeah, ended up being okay. I'm getting a lot of mileage off of my E, just because Nautilus' auto attacks are so slow. It makes it difficult for him to clear those tentacles, and yeah. Oof.
Motion is on. Blessed is motion.
Alright, that'll probably send him back. If not,
They die.
okay, so he's still in lane. He might end up actually staying. That makes sense. And I'll just go ahead and make him a vessel again. Spawn another tentacle, and then begin trading with him. Provide him something to jump to, as well as tank the tower for him. And everything seems to be going great. And then I'm actually going to get the Drum's Fist here. I like to do this as an Illaoi top because it gives really good base stats and lets me scale in lane, and it just gives me more HP. I don't like to get the Phage early on because I don't think it's worth it, because then I'm putting a lot of value into the fact that I'm getting move speed. And in this matchup, it's going to just be a lot of we just tank each other out, and there's not going to be any need to try to chase him. If I'm not able to get the kill early enough, then I might as well just back off, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And that should be a kill. Poorly flashed by him, but yeah. Just poor positioning, taking a lot of free damage from me. And in general, Illaoi is very good against tanky champions because she's a lot of. I'm able to just keep doing damage over and over consistently, and it's very high base damage. And in this matchup, I'm just able to out-sustain due to my tentacles also healing me. And Nautilus is low base attack speed. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back. There's no reason for me to keep staying up there. And I'm actually going to go ahead and get Murchets here, because Sejuani has a lot of slows, and Nautilus also has a lot of CC. And Illaoi's ability to peel off the CC with Murchets allows her to continue doing more sustained damage, because if I'm CC'd, then I won't be able to do... Then Illaoi is pretty hopeless, just because her tentacles won't proc unless you do have that spirit out there. He should be getting revitalized soon. Yeah, that one does die before I get in there in time though. Okay, so that was actually a poor decision by me to try to fight him without any tentacles ready. And that is a big weakness of Illaoi. So right here I'm going to plant a tentacle there, and then go ahead and get a spirit. And then as you can see, my HP just starts going up as this tentacle procs on it. And I do get the spirit kill.
Rampage.
So for now, I'm just going to continue denying EXP and force this Illaoi to try to TP top, or give up a lot of CS as well as EXP. Oh wow. I'm actually surprised how close it is. A lot of that may have just been due to my early game poor CSing. Now that he has a Catalyst, if I don't kill him early, he might be able to out-sustain me in lane. It might be hard to tell. It really depends on my efficiency of mana usage. Because if I'm not efficient with my mana, then I'll eventually run dry, and if I don't harass him enough by landing my spirit, then I'll eventually just have to back up. Plant a tentacle right there.
Shut down.
And then, if he stays, I can make a play. So yeah, because I was able to land that early spirit on him, I pretty much was able to push him out of lane before he was able to do anything about it. And he's dead. Overall, it is just really a really rough matchup for Nautilus, so I can't be playing too much, but there was a good amount of time where he was easily combating me.
I don't and I
I would have preferred if I kicked him a lot earlier, It was unfortunate that he was so slow on it. Hopefully he does not end up dying too.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Jeez.
Well, I still maintain a 3-level lead. I'm actually pretty handily winning top right now. His CS is good, but his EXP is suffering so much just because of how much I forced him out of lane. So I guess he wants to try to reconcile by ganking my lane. Overall, though, this game looks pretty well out of hand in our favor, and as long as we don't do some massive throw at like a 20-minute Baron or something, this game should be pretty free.
Everyone has a plan until they get
Shut down.
I'm at a really awkward biome now. I did follow his lead there, and it's not his fault. Nothing's wrong with that, but I guess I'll just get a Ruby Crystal and have a really awkward amount of just basic items. In the end, though, it's okay because to upgrade to 1150, both of these items are very cost efficient, and then upgrading to the final Black Cleaver is not. So there's no real harm done in having to have the components and then go into the Ruby Crystal.
There is joy in food and fighting. Men live, men die. Change is good.
Yasuo allowing me to get a spirit off of him was a really big mistake, and allowed me to essentially have 3 spirits auto-attacking constantly.
I break hearts. I break spine. I am here to take force.
Destroyed. Your team has destroyed a turret.
We are not one soul. We are many.
Almost really well played, but like really honestly well played by Yasuo. He did a lot there, and considering how behind he is, that was really well played. Props to him. So because he had the Gromp buff on him, when Alistar hit him, it actually did damage to him. Damage to the Alistar, which is why the tower started clocking on him and ultimately killing him. I don't think it's medium to say GG will play at this point in time. Oh, that is a dead Anivia. Part of me was really hoping that they were going to flash over the wall to try to go for the Lucian, but they made the smart play there and just backed off.
Life is the sweetness of fruit and the joy.
I really didn't need to flash away there. I was kind of just paranoid about some kind of follow-up that would have ended up killing me, but I surprised myself with my own sustain there. And I just gotta have a heyday with all of my tentacles spawning all over the place. Oh my god, I just canceled 2 auto attacks, and both of those would have given me plenty of HP. That was a really poor. That was really just awkward. That's really funny. So a lot of their damage is actually physical, being actually they have a pretty good split of physical and magic damage. I think I am just going to go for the Spirit Visage in this case because it does give me more effective HP by healing me with my passive. And while armor would be nice, in the end it doesn't make a terrible difference. And yeah, that's what I'm just going for the Spirit Visage. Yeah, because if they're hitting me with their auto attacks in the first place, then it's okay.
Has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
And that is how I play my Illaoi top lane.